All right, let me give me a few seconds, maybe a minute, get the stream set up. All right. All right, so here's the build. Running three mythics, Harley Quinn, let's see, Starless Sky, and Doombringer. Few uniques, Scoundrel's Leathers here, Eyes in the Dark, Beastfall Boots, and the Amulet, Banished Lords. And then we're only running four legendaries, so we're running the Tricksters on this, not to be confused with the Trick Shot. I did that. I was like, "Where's all my power?" So Tricksters. We're running Apologetic Fuhrer on the crossbow, Opportunist. Now, all this gear can be better. I can masterwork it better. I need to do Infernal Hordes as well. And then using the Galvanized here, the 31 energy, the mobility, you'll see that there's no mobility issues with this build. I'm going to run preparations. The tree, you just kind of run whatever you kind of need there. Running these guys here, he's important just for Fortify, so you can get that guaranteed overpowered. Let's see, one of the things here, where is it at? So you want to have 11 in this, so you can have 275 energy, because you need at least 275 energy to run this build, and at least a 15-second cooldown. So I have a lot more cooldown than I need, but you need at least under 15 seconds there this to operate correctly. So going to do, let's see, there's a Legion in 2 minutes. Where is that sucker at? We can do that, and then probably jump into a little bit of Helltide. So we'll do that. We'll do some bosses, and then we'll do pits. All right, we already marked it. Potions, if you need extra resources, I don't really need it anymore. You would run this right here, since they're doing a little bit more XP. I like running the max life, so we get the max life up there. We'll run this incense, this one, and this one, so we're at 40,000 life. And then we'll actually jump to plus 50,000 life once we start attacking. Oh, we're the only one here. All right. So we'll do this, get our momentum stacks. We need 10. Reset our death trap, and then we're just doing this basically. Holding down two buttons, the death trap and concealment that I have on X and square. That's what they look like, so you can see those. And then I hit the L2 for shadow imbuement, and then R2 for dash. And then every time I cast a death trap, it resets all my cooldowns. So that's how we're able to kind of get this effect. You can see that I can sit there and just spam. So this is really good for running pits. I haven't push, but I've done pit successfully, pit 95. Um, all the bosses we could just basically one shot them, but now they have like some of them have immunity phases. But you'll see it like this. This is easy content right here. You'll see we'll just dive around the map all over. So we can probably get over here and kill these guys faster than they could. Oh. And we drop little grenades as well. This is a build that, since this is going to be a shorter season, if it's still viable, that I'd probably run in season 9. I was gonna run Sorcerer at the beginning, but they have to do all that snapshot stuff, which I don't care for. As long as it builds fast and it's an S tier and powerful, I'll run it. So, alright. Where I already have a favor. We'll get the Blood Maiden. She'll go down instantly. The Helltide commanders, bosses, they go down instantly. Just whenever you go to a new spot or like a new pit or anything like that, your momentum stacks will be down. So I just use this that's on the triangle to get my momentum stacks back. So we got 11 minutes. And instead of getting on the horse, I just travel this way. That way I can kill stuff on the way and maybe pick up some cinders. These are pretty cool seeing. Alright, somebody's already summoned it. Cool. You could literally just sit in the middle of this and just turn around in a circle. But we're gonna have enough for our mystery chest too. That Blood Maiden instantly goes down. No, we don't need to put any in there. What was that chest here? Thing is, we move too fast, so there's a lot of times where unless I'm backtracking, I see that we dropped ruins and we didn't pick them up. And like our little bird doesn't really pick those things up. Oh, we'll see. What else can we do? I'm not gonna have enough for that. What is that? Is that hand guards? All right, so I do want to get that. So we need 75. Oh, like this guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be like a really hard guy. Didn't even know he noticed he was there. Um, what's this? All right, we're full on whispers again. Helltide's probably my favorite thing to do in this game, just because there's multiple things to do. Where pits, it's like singular, like you have one goal. Gauntlets. Bosses, you have one goal. Where Helltide, you know, go in there. We're just for the Legion event, so we got to get our stacks back. All right, we're back at 10. And then you got these little mini events in here. You got the chest that you do, Blood Maiden, little assassin bosses. Is something happening over here? Oh, it's the chest. All right, that's all I wanted out of that. Let's see. These two. All right, so that's all trash.
My hammer sings on your return.
Trash. Helltide's closing. What do we have for boss mats? Alright, we can do some blood. And he's got a whisper on him too, so that's nice. Oh shit, I went out. Alright, we got our momentum stacks back. Alright, we're ready to go. I think we have enough for 4 runs. So we'll do a run of bosses and then do some pits. The 95s take like 10 minutes, but if I do 75s, they take like 90 seconds. So I can do more of them, even though the percentage to level up your glyph is lower. I get more attempts, plus I can go through it faster. So more XP that way. Oh, nice. Get this guy again. Oh, we're gonna be full. I clicked on that thing just to pick up my gear. We'll go ahead and open this. And I think, yeah, that's it for blood, so let's turn this in. Go do a different boss until we run out of the boss mats. And then do pit. All trash. Actually, I want to sell this stuff. There's not a sell all button.
Your skin can't turn. Hard bargain.
Where do we want to go next? We can do 2 of this face guy. Jason. him. Oh, we can run 1 steel and 2 Varshans. They must have done. They had an update yesterday. It must have made this guy spawn a lot more often. Not gonna be able to pick up all my gear without starting them again. All right, we're full again. This was the season skin, that one that was just on the loading screen. I think it looks ugly. I bought the season pass. I didn't even look at the skin. Uh, if I would have, I wouldn't have bought it.
Come back when your second skin needs a bandage.
All right, there's another Legion in 8. We have Steel Guy. Can do 1, and then 2 Varshans. Let's see. Yeah, we're at 51,000 life. Let's see, I already have my stack. Let's see. We'll go do pits.
Come back when your second skin needs a bandage.
All right. Still have a little bit of potion left. All right, so we can run maybe one or two pits. We're not doing 100. We'll do 75. That'll be nice and comfy. To upgrade the gloves, it's like an 8% chance. Uh, Hopefully we don't get killed before. And so we basically just dash around the map, spamming all our stuff. I don't think we need a lethal shrine. So yeah, 8% chance. Oh, we got one. Two. 4%. But we can do multiple of these in the time that it takes to do pit 95 or 100. Uh, where the percentage I think is like 16%, but it takes like 10 minutes. Where there it is. I was like, this build's good for Undercity as well. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm still collecting. Um, I don't do the podcast or anything anymore. I just got older, so I would always get off. This guy won't die for some reason. I would always get off work at like 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, and then we would start it Saturday at 6 p.m. And like it's hard for me to take naps. So like by the time we went live, I was already awake for like 23 hours straight. So it just got harder to do. So I just kind of quit doing it. But yeah, I still collect. Uh, Maybe not as much. Uh, because I mean I've kind of run out of room, so I've sold some stuff. I'm going to a convention in June, and I'm gonna be a dealer and some stuff there too. All fails. And I mean, I quit doing reviews a long time ago just because I was getting so much new stuff in. Uh, it was just it was hard to keep up with.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails, better than starting from nothing.
Yeah, I do a lot of, I guess you could say, cherry picking. Uh, so like, I really toned down on Star Wars because they just kept coming out with stuff for their TV shows, and I don't care about that. I don't think a lot of them are that good, to be honest. So since it's something I didn't care about, I didn't really want to collect it anymore. Marvel Legends, they haven't come out with anything that I would be interested in lately. Again, they're doing a lot of TV show stuff, and I don't care about their TV shows. Um, I don't need 200 Spider-Mans and 200 Wolverines, because they keep on wanting to do that. I want a Deathbird is really what I want, and they won't come out with it for some reason. But I mean, I feel like Spider-Man and the X-Men collection is pretty good. Nothing new, interesting with Star Wars. GI Joe, I'm probably collecting that the most. Transformers, like I'm not interested in buying repaints. And even if it's a character that I'm like, hey, I want that. If I don't feel like it's a proper representation, I'm not gonna buy it. Just because I've seen how they've done in the past, where they'll make something and it'll be okay, but then they'll immediately, like a year later, come out with a better version. And then I lost the money on that first one I bought, and then I got to buy a second one, and now they're more expensive. Kind of like with the Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime. They've come out with new and better versions of those. Uh, so I'll kind of wait till they come out with a character and they come out with something that's almost masterpiece like, for their, I guess you would call it, chug line or whatever. All fails. Okay. So that's kind of how I'm doing the Transformers. Uh, for the Master of the Universe, I'm selling all my classics.
It is done.
Already sold Snake Mountain, Castle Grayskull. Let's see. But I'm doing the Master Universe. Was it Cartoon Origins and Thundercats? The Super 7 ones.
What's left, you ask?
Let's see. Let's
Fast
go on
enough
for
now.
swords.
Hello, shame that. Go one more?
Oh, why couldn't that? I want a max life, greater FX with either dexterity or overpower. All trash. Yeah, and see with the like, I have a good DC collection. I have a couple from McFarlane, but not a lot. It's mainly like the big guys that I felt like were kind of missing from the Icons line. So the DC Icons from DC Collectibles, I love that line, and the animated series, I have all those figures from that line. These bastards are gonna attack me. All right. those demons had their chance to kill me. So I still go to conventions and stuff. Still collect. Mostly I'm just kind of play these games. My oldest nephew, he got a PlayStation for Christmas, so I got him the yearly pass or whatever, so he can play online. So I'd like to play some games with him because I don't get to see him that much. But he doesn't really play the games that I play, so I'm trying to convince him. He's really into Fortnite, which I'm good at shooters, but all that building stuff I'm not good at. I should be because I've had Legos when I was a kid and Lincoln Logs, but like me and my friends, we would be one of the guys that I play with. He's got a younger nephew as well. We try to play with them, and we're like, "Hey, we like shooters." Like, so we coordinate a flank to go, you know, kill the other guys. And they're like, "No, let's set up walls and play defensive." And we don't really play that way. So, and they keep on putting walls and ramps around us, and we get trapped because we don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. There's a point. Battlefield 6 and Metal Gear Snake Eater. The next game that I think that I'm looking forward to is it Mech Break or Mecha Break, something like that. Uh, One of my buddies got me to play Frontier War or War Robots Frontier 2 or something, and I maxed out on that. It was kind of fun. It was just really slow. It's a little too slow pace for me. As you can kind of see the builds that I like. I like fast pace action. That's what also when I play with my nephew in Fortnite, he kind of they like to do all that building stuff. I'm like, no, let's just run in there, be aggressive. So it's I guess a little bit different play style. Battlefield, I never. I'm not good at the vehicles and stuff like that. I don't mind the shooters. I was a big fan of COD Black Ops 1. Like, I don't know how old that is, like 15 years ago or something like that. I don't know, maybe longer. And I loved that because they had small maps and it was fast paced. And as far as I can remember, there was no skill-based matchmaking, so you just go in there and you can tear up other people pretty easily. My friends, they like playing Battlefield though. Battlefront, yeah, I loved Battlefront. Like Battlefront 2, I guess is, I played that a long time. I don't know how many hours I have in it. Okay, all fills. One of my buddies, he recently started playing again, and he keeps sending me screenshots of him getting first. And he's like, I guess he's trying to entice me to play it again. It's one of those because I went back and played again and was still good at it, but I had forgot what everybody did and all their special abilities as far as like playing heroes versus villains. Because I enjoyed that and I liked all the other stuff as well. But um, you quit playing a game for a long time and then try to jump back into it. and you think you're going to be as good as you previously were, and you're not. It's kind of a little punch in the gut. I do play a lot of the First Descendant. I forget how many hours I have on that, like 700 hours or 800 hours on that. But I have like everything you could possibly get in that game. So I'm kind of just waiting for this big new season 3. Apparently they're gonna have like raid bosses, and you can have more players to do raids with, and they're gonna have vehicles and stuff. So like whenever they put new stuff out, I'll play it again. Play get the new characters and the new weapons and stuff, but it's already have everything. There's not really a reason to play it. But, man, I went the wrong way. Returnal, I I think I have that game. I think it was a PlayStation free game. I've never played it. Now, I keep hearing great things about, I think it's called Expedition 33. Am I full? Yeah, okay. And I I heard it's like 60 hours of just pure cinema masterpiece, and the music's great, and the graphics are great, scenery's great, everything's great about it. But I hear turn-based and like Final Fantasy, and I never got into Final Fantasy or anything like that. So
Here's some steel you need.
that kind of turned me away from
Handy
it.
things on you.
Apparently, it's only $45, so it may be worth giving a try, even if I'm not into those type of games. PS6. Yeah, well, they just came out with a PS Pro. Uh, what, well, like within a year? Zelda and Metroid on steroids. Returnal. Like I said, I believe I have the game. I just never played it. I may download it. Yeah, because I'm kind of looking for something new to play. Like I'll play whenever a new season Diablo comes out. I'll play it for a while. I'll get all the gear. I get where I'm pretty much max. Like I can sit here and play this more and mid max all my gear. Make sure like this thing's a little bit better. Uh, but to me that it just gets boring at that point. See, like I'm close to getting my last 2 Paragons to 100. So that'll be like a little accomplishment there. And once I do that, I don't know how. I went the wrong way again. I don't know how much more I'll want to play this season, just because it's a shorter season, and like you don't take your gear and stuff or experience, anything over to the next season. How do I get in here. Okay. So I just don't know if it's worth it to, keep playing this season. But I was saying earlier, if I like this build, it's pretty fun. It's fast paced. It's powerful. So I may play this build again next season if they don't nerf it into the ground, which they usually do that. All right, there we go. So now we have 4% chance. Let's see. I could run a couple of these Undercities as well, so we'll do that after this pit run here. All right, these guys should have killed me. They had their opportunity. That's going to be the wrong way. This is the wrong way. One of my buddies that plays this with me, whichever way I go, he goes the opposite way. He says it's so we can cover more ground, but I think it's because I notoriously go the wrong way all the time and have to backtrack. See, yeah. All right, we'll dump this stuff and do a couple Undercities.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
All right, and
Well,
come on, give us
that's
the
a shame
sword we
that.
want.
Go one more?
Nope.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer? Use it well.
Let's see. I probably have stuff to pick up here. All right. We don't need that. Okay, we'll hang on to that. Do need better gloves too. Alright, the rest of this is trash.
That looks warped. I can fix it.
Let's see, there's a Legion in 3 minutes. Where's that at? That's not it. Alright, well, we'll do that Legion, and then I'll do a couple of Undercities. Alright. My dude's ready. My armor's not quite capped. I believe my resistance is, yeah, they're good. See, like I could hit I'd like to hit a triple on the max life there. Did good on those. Uh, that's fine. I'd like to get better pants, but these are the best ones I have that have that aftermath. On gloves, I would like to have core skills instead of. I need that crit strike chance, so that I can be at 100%. Because it's the only place I have it. But I would like to have core skills instead of, I guess, either the overpower dexterity, either one of those could swap out for core skills. I'd like that could be better. Uh, I mean, if this just had more greater affixes on it, uh, or the max life would be nice, but the max resource is great. Instead of the attack speed, if this would have it on the max life, that'd be great. And if I either triple critted into the core skill or max life, that would be good. Alright, everybody's going right, I'll go left then. Oh, is there an extra dude spawning?
Well done.
No? Okay.
The beast lives within you.
We're trying to go there. Okay, so we want do I want to do more weapons to try to get the sword or offensive legendaries? I think that's just the aspect. All right, get my stacks. There's a boss dead. All right, we can just go to the exit. So did we get what we wanted? No, this isn't more weapons. Let's see. I want to do one. I'm gonna do a couple of bosses, more bosses, and then I'll end the stream.
Come in, I don't
I
bite.
don't want any
Not
of
like
these.
I used to, anyway.
So let's do the newest boss, Spurial. This guy. So I like this boss because he doesn't have a immunity phase or whatever. Let's see which which boss do I need to do? I could use better boots. Hmm. Wait, does let's see. So Anduriel will drop me the chest piece. So I should do Anduriel. All right, so it's already on Anduriel. This is I mean I don't need to this helmet, but this is the stuff that will piss you off is you get triple greater affects, and those are all great, and even the top roll, it's max, so it's the best you can have without having a greater affects. That little star to the left, but then at the power down at the bottom, 32% from 20 to 40. It's mid, and it makes it essentially worthless. I think we have room for one more. we gotta dump. Alright, see if any of this stuff is worth keeping. Someone may still want that, so. %17%. Alright, the rest is trash.
Pack protect you.
All my potions have worn off. So we're not doing as much damage. But I mean, he only lasts a second anyway, so there's no reason to waste potions. Oh, I didn't show it off. These are the boss powers running, so this is our main boss power. And for kind of the modifiers, running this one here, this one here. This one gets us 100% critical strike chance. Within combination that I have it on my gloves, you could have it on your ring or gloves to make up the difference, so you get 100%. And then, yeah, this one here. So. I want a 4 greater affix, Banished Lord's Talisman, and my chest piece. Alright, I'm gonna go dump this. Is there anything worth keeping? There's core skill, we already have that. My buddy, he may need that, so. This one here, 60% and core. The rest of this is trash.
It's a dangerous world. Come make it less so.
it's gonna be a Doombringer, but damage reduction. It's not as good as the one we have. I would like a so on Doombringer, if it was greater FX on max life and damage reduction, that would be an upgrade on this one. If it was, I would like a better Star of the Sky. If it was greater FX on crit chance and core skill, that would be good, or just even core skill. Because if it was greater effects on crit chance, then I don't have to run crit chance on my gloves, and I can run something else there. I can put core skills on that, and on this I have to have greater affix on the max resource. But if I also had it on max life, that would be great. Uh, armor, I'm 8 armor away from being capped, so I wouldn't necessarily need that. All right, we got one more. I can't pick that up. I think we showed off everything that the build can do. We didn't do Infernal Hordes, uh, but I mean that would have been easy. I mean, we did Helltide, we did bosses, we did Undercity, we did pits. Um, so the Infernal Horde would have been easier than the pits that we were running. So, uh, but again, here's just a kind of a rundown on the gear. If you don't have Harley Quinn, then you want to get a helmet that has maximum resource, greater FX, because you need 275 max resource. Uh, go down here. I don't know why I can't pin it to the top. Let's see that we have 222. Um, I'm getting extra max resource from this legendary down here, so there's 31 there. I don't know why I can't find a one that has 35 legendary power, but don't necessarily need it. But we have that there. And then our momentum, or I'm sorry, preparation. Uh, no, that's not where it's located. Way down here. Okay. So we're getting maximum energy there. So we can get 10 stacks. So that's another 30% maximum energy. So that's where we're getting it the other spot. So, and then you run this, and then gloves. Like I said, if we can get a greater FX on the crit strike chance, then we don't have to run it over here. Uh, because with the boss power, we're getting another 50%. So we're basically getting 100% critical strike chance. So you'd want core skills instead of the crit strike chance. We just don't have it on our ring. Uh, you have to have these pants to get started. These are the boots we're running. You get max resources on this as well. So we hit 2 crits on it. And this is what we're running on the crossbow, Doombringer. And you want max life pretty much everywhere you can get it. Because that's going to trigger our overpower. So we can get 100% overpower. So whenever I'm hitting, everything is like 100% crit and 100% overpower. So that's how we're able to do the damage. Death Trap cooldown is another thing to, let's see, it's all the way down here. Uh, you want it sub 15 seconds, so we're way below that. And you need, for the aftermath, uh, you need 11 points in there so that it can restore 275 energy, because that's how many energy we need. That's why you never see the resource or energy little bubble go down. Which, yeah, I can't point to it, but the little purple bubble there. And see, that's what I'm running on the ring. I may eventually be able to take off resistance to all elements and put something else there, uh, and just pick it up somewhere on the Paragon board. I just wanted more points into damage. Ring of Starless Skies, again, want the greater affects on core skill and crit strike chance. And this is what we have on Banished Lords. So, anyways, oh, and I guess I'll show Paragon. So the beginner board, I have versatility in there. This isn't like it's the best or whatever. I'm sure there's better ones out there. Headhunter and what's this node? So it's in this board. Running canny in this board. Explosive in this board. And ambush in this board. So, anyways, thanks a lot. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Maybe this will be viable for season 9. We'll see. They may nerf it into the ground, but if so, I'll probably try to do this one again. So, peace.